Hey YouTube, what's going on? Come in, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys all had an amazing Juneteenth. I hope you guys were able to celebrate and stay safe and enjoy the holiday. Have a good barbecue or whatever you guys decided to do to celebrate the Juneteenth. And I hope you guys had an even better Father's Day. Happy belated Father's Day if that applies to you. So come in, get comfortable. Let's talk, you guys. This story actually makes me really sad. This morning I was debating, like, do I want to talk about this story or not? But I feel like it's important because I feel there's a lot of gems and nuggets that we can all take. And then I want to, talk to you guys. I always want to hear and see your perspective, and engage with you guys, see your comments and what you guys think about this story. So I'm sure if you are here, you are familiar with who Russell Simmons is, who Kimora Lee Simmons, Russell Simmons is a mogul who owned Def Jam. He had, not Baby, because Baby Fat was Kimora Lee Simmons. Was it Fat Farm? What, I forget, Fat whatever. They had their own clothing line, and they were like the dynamic duo. Kimora Lee Simmons was a model, and he discovered her, not discovered her as a model, but discovered her beauty, fell in love with her when she was young. They were together for a long time. They have two beautiful daughters together, okay? And so fast forward to recently, we know Kimora Lee Simmons, maybe 10 or 20 years ago, they got divorced. She has since then gotten married, I believe, gotten divorced. She's had other children. And behind the scenes, I thought that they always had an amicable relationship. We see Russell Simmons on his Instagram, on TV. He's like the Zen master, which is kind of giving fraud at this point after we're seeing, there's been allegations about Russell Simmons over the years about SA. And, allegedly, because we don't know if it's true, but he has had several allegations in the past. And then, but again, he presents himself as a very calm person, loving, and to us, what we have seen in the past is that he's had a great relationship with his daughters, Aoki, and then Ming Lee, who I believe is the oldest. So again, like I said, because he hasn't been with Kimora Lee Simmons, but we still have seen them. It seems like they've always had a united front. We've watched his daughters. They're absolutely beautiful, go to college and everything. And so it just seemed like even though he was not with Kimora Lee Simmons anymore, that they had a great relationship. Well, we was all fooled because this past Friday, which was Father's Day, Ming Lee posts on her stories, which, side note, I actually hate when people do this in general. It's like, we'll get into this more, but a lot of times the baby mother does this. She'll like bash the dad or whatever, and she like doesn't give the dad props if he's not in the kid's life. And it's like, okay, it's fine. If you have issues with the father of your children, that's fine. But just, if you have nothing nice to say, just don't say anything. You don't need to put him on blast. I'm never an advocate of blasting people on social media. But Ming Lee, who is their daughter, she put a picture up of Kimora Lee Simmons and it said, Happy Father's Day. I mean, that's pretty much self-explanatory. It shows that there's trouble in paradise. There's beef. She's not feeling her dad right now. She feels as though he hasn't been there for her or whatever. We can read between the lines by that post. So obviously the Shade Room picked up the post and it was like downhill from there. I mean, it was like literally a shit show after that. And subsequently, like, there was a trigger of events that happened. So she put that out there. Shade Room picked it up, TMZ, all the blogs. And they're like, whoa, what's going on? Yesterday morning, which was Monday, then Kimora Lee Simmons, she puts a post up that's obviously picked up by the blogs where she's like, look, I've been quiet long enough. This man has not been there for his kids. He's fronting y'all. He's faking for the gram. He hasn't supported them. The two girls which they are just so stunningly beautiful and tall and just model-esque. But they have recently graduated from college. And she was just basically putting it out there like, don't believe the hype. Russell has not helped. He's pretty much a nuisance on our lives. He sends wild text messages. Kimora even said that like he does weird stuff. Like he'll send himself flowers and then he'll like post that I sent them. And it's just like, And that kind of is giving mental health issues. It's like, who does that? That's weird, especially because they haven't been together for so long. Like, we know that they have been split up for well over like 15 years, because she was with the African actor who was beautiful, by the way, and she's had children since then and everything. So anyway, Ming Lee posting that, set off several events where then Kimora Lee Simmons, she's crying, and she's again, confirming that yes, Ming was correct, and Russell has been an absentee father. He hasn't helped the kids. And she's like, I've been Superwoman. I've picked up the brunt of everything. So then, child, it gets ugly. Aoki, who is the younger daughter of the two, she gets online and she's puts up a post, and it's on mute. She puts a post up of Russell Simmons going crazy. Like, we can't hear what he's saying, but he's literally going nuts in the video. And she's like, see, this is what I have to deal with. My dad, this is how he talks to me. He's going ballistic. He's going crazy. And I guess that whatever it happened that she posted happened yesterday. And so she's like, look, I'm tired. This is, because of course people are like, look, take us out of the group chat. You guys deal with this behind closed doors. Because it's sad, because we all love Russell Simmons. We love their daughters. We all love Kimora. So it's like sad to see a dynamic that you thought, was okay. You see his daughters, they're flourishing in school and everything. And then to find out that what we believed all these years is not what's going on. And aside from that, it's always sad to see issues that parents are having with their children, whether that be the parents are upset with the kids or if the kids are not feeling the parents. It's sad because your parents and your children are the closest relationships you'll ever have. So you want to cherish that, and you want that to be the best relationships in your life, right? So beyond the fact that they're famous, it's just sad. I don't want to see anybody going through this and feeling a way about their parents and then putting it on blast. So again, they have invited us in the group chat. Everybody's involved. Everybody's watching with a magnifying glass. Like, damn, well, what's going to happen now? Then subsequently, Russell Simmons has put up several different posts alluding to the fact of maybe Kimora didn't allow him to be a father. I don't know. Again, we don't know these people, so we don't know what is true and what is not. But here's what I'll say. I am not an advocate in any situation of putting anybody on blast on social media. I don't agree with it. It's not in my ministry. I don't like it. I don't like subliminal posts. Like, I just feel like if you're having an issue with someone, go deal with it with that person and don't put it on social media, because number one, I'm not about to have anybody laughing at my life. Number two, the people on social media don't care about you. In my Instagram, I have 1,600, 1,700 followers on Instagram for my personal friends. Out of all of them, the people that I actually am cool with is like probably 15. And I'm being generous. And not that I'm not cool with most of the people on my Instagram, but like people who you really rock with and speak to like consistently, it's not a lot of people. So with that being said, I'm not about to put my stuff out there for your fodder and for your commentary and for you to judge me and talk about me and laugh. I don't like that. And so I never want to be the laughing stock of any situation. And quite frankly, it's just none of these people's business. So it makes me sad that they felt the need to take this. I feel like Ming, and again, she's an adult now, her and Aoki, they are of age, they're adults. They're beautiful young women. They're doing well, but you didn't have to do that, because you knew by doing that this was going to cause an uproar. And again, I don't want to tell people how to handle trauma or different things they're going through in their life, but I just feel like it's got to be a better way, you guys. It's just got to be a better way. In addition to that, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like Father's Day it's a beautiful day where we honor our fathers. You should be doing that every day, but it's a beautiful day to recognize what a important role being a father is in a child's life. And I just feel like to kind of taint that with this, I don't like it. I didn't like it, and I feel like Kimora as her mom, again, you can't at this point when your kids are adults, you can't force them to do anything. But I feel you should have encouraged them, like, no, we're not going to do this. We're just not going to do this. We're public figures, and everybody doesn't need to know all of the things. And so I feel like Kimora doing that, the next day just made it worse. And it was just, like you said, it was just a tumble of, like, then Aoki got involved, and it's just, I don't like it, and I don't believe that it's healthy, and it's not going to help to bring any resolve to the situation. Like, now it's just really ugly, and then there's going to be a further divide between him and his children. And, the moral of the story is, unfortunately, whether it's your parents, your family, once you're an adult and someone's really toxic in your life, it's sad, but sometimes you have to love people from a distance. You really do. And so I would rather the daughters just distance themselves from their dad until he can really make changes in his life and show up in their life the way they really need him to, instead of doing that. And I just wish that all of us, we would be more cognizant and more aware of that kind of stuff, because it just isn't necessary. And if you want to have a resolution and bring peace to the situation, you could not have possibly thought that was the way to do it. So I just feel like all parties involved, for some reason, something's telling me that this is going to get worse before it gets better. But I just pray for them, because I really like all of them. Again, I love beautiful young women who are doing positive things. So it's great to see, regardless of how they feel about their dad, you guys together collectively, or whatever the situation was, you have raised beautiful, smart, independent young women. That should be the focus. And if you guys want to bring resolve to this, you got to get off social media and work it out outside of, the eyes and ears of the public. And sometimes some shit just can't be worked out, okay? Sometimes you just can't work through stuff, and we got to be okay with that as well. Like, sometimes you got to just chuck the deuces, and it's like, I don't love you any less, but I don't mess with you like that. And we all have to be okay. We cannot change people. Russell Simmons is probably well in his 50s at this point. He be doing yoga in Bali, in the mountains, all of the weird stuff he does that we don't understand, and that's fine. Like, you can be people that... Man, that's why I'm telling y'all, I don't be believing the things I see on social media, because I've seen so many people that be fronting on social media that are living their life so trifling behind closed doors. So it's like, look, that's fine. If that's the way you want to live, I'm going to love you from a distance. I'm not going to put you on blast. I'm just not going to fool with you. I'm going to take my energies elsewhere. So I'm just curious what you guys think about this. I think it's really sad. And like I said, I was debating, am I going to talk about this or not? But I feel like we all need to do better with, number one, accepting where people are in life, whether it's your mama, your dad, your friend, whatever. Like, you can't change people, especially, I hate to say this, a lot of older people, they're stuck in their ways and they don't want to change. And a lot of times, parents sometimes like, I'm the father. And you the kid, and you gonna do what I say, and you gonna listen, and it's just like, okay, but like, that doesn't work for me. It's toxic, it's not healthy for me, and I don't want to be a part of this. And you don't gotta yell and scream and be disrespectful, because that's still your dad. Let him do him, and you go live your life, and you have your mother that supports you and your sister, and that's it. And you gotta just let people do them. And so, but anyway, let me know what you guys think about that. Do you guys agree with Ming Lee? Because she's the one that sparked this. Do you agree? Do you think that it was okay for her to make that post, that Father's Day post? And then how do you think that Kimora handled it? Do you think that she was well within her right to get involved and defend her daughter? Like, tell me your guys' thoughts on this. I can't wait to read all of your thoughts. And once again, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.